Welcome to Talks with Stephen Bradley Walters. I want to talk about social media, but in particular, comments. Now, anyone that's seen my content, whether it's on TikTok, whether it's on YouTube, over the past few weeks, I disabled comments. I just turned the whole feature off on both platforms. Now, this isn't me trying to suppress other people's voices. It's me taking power and control of my own content. I'm a very analytical person, so I do monitor things and I watch people's behavior patterns and things like that. And what I inherently know. Now, this isn't going to apply to everybody, but it's going to be, I think, a really important statistic. I think the majority of people who leave comments on videos, they do it impulsively in the first few seconds of watching something. I don't think many people wait to the end of a video to hear the whole story and everything you've got to say and then comment. I think that's very rare, like incredibly rare. It can happen. The majority are far before that, which kind of makes the comment irrelevant because unless you hear everything someone said, you're impulsively reacting to a video to something that's got a lot more content to it. You know what I mean? So if someone comes across your video and they see a comment, one would assume that comment is based on the contents of the video, not just the first minute. So, like I say, it just becomes irrelevant. And also, a lot of people don't have any filter on them. So they're literally spread their, not everybody, but some people will just spread their misery everywhere they go. It's like word vomit of shit. In all honesty, that's what it comes down to. So you see an awful lot of negative people, and they'll literally just spread their negativity wherever they can, just to give themselves some relevance. That's what it is. It's like they just give them, just to let their voice be seen somewhere, even though a lot of time it's pointless. Now, when I say I don't do it to suppress people's voice, how can I suppress someone's voice? If someone wants to speak on camera in the same way I do, and they feel they've got something of substance to say to the point where they feel confident to do that, then by all means, put yourself front and center, place your name and your face so people can see it, and hold yourself accountable. That's an option, isn't it? That's an option. So if people think, oh yeah, you're suppressing people's voices and things because you're not interested in what someone's got to say. I'm not interested in what an impulsive person's got to say or someone that's entirely negative with no substance to back it up. I'm not interested in that narrative. I'm more interested, to be honest, in other people's content. So if a video comes across my profile or I see something somewhere, I can read. So if I see content of substance in anywhere, in any media platform, like in any way, then I'll absorb the content if I find it enjoyable. I don't really have a desire to scroll through comment after comment after comment. A lot of the time, the problem as well is some of the platforms, specifically like TikTok, there's only so many characters you can have. So often, even if you try to leave a comment, you run out. It's like you can't possibly give. The only thing anyone can really say, realistically, is I agree, or I've had this experience, but it's very short because you're limited by the how much you can actually type. It just becomes pointless. I've had this myself, where if I thought about commenting on someone's video, I'm like, I can't even say it how I want, and it's not gonna. It can be taken out of context. It's just pointless. So, like, for instance, if I like a video, I just like it. I just click like, and then I just scroll on. There might be a very rare instance where I say, you know what, this is great. I love what you're doing. It's nice for people to hear that, but I'm sure they hear that from a lot of other people anyway. I'm not trying to boost an ego or anything, but I don't need people to pat me on the back. So I'm not really needing to keep comments open for people to say, I love this, love this. If you like it, like it. I'll know if you like it by the likes I get, won't I? And obviously, I know if people don't like it by the lack of likes. That's a thing. But yeah, it's not managed properly. Comments, it really isn't. And I don't think I've had it on a video before. It was a completely innocent video. There's nothing there you could even possibly not like. And someone left a comment, and I just thought that it weren't I can handle comments. I just don't like what it represents to other people. So let's say someone does like content and it makes them happy, bring something to their life, and then you get an idiot leave something negative just to be spiteful, and then people, maybe they like the video, maybe they're enjoying the video, then they see the comment, and then maybe put them down in their own life because now they're seeing a hate towards it. So if it's something that maybe interests them, and as they recognise that there's other people in the world who don't like that, sometimes someone that isn't strong in themselves could feel insecure from that. So I'm thinking, people don't need to see this shit. You come on my profile, you see my videos, you get to hear what I've got to say, and you can take it or leave it. But it's up to you. You can watch the first 5 seconds. Don't want to watch anymore? Fine. You can watch to the end. Hopefully you enjoyed it or you took something from it. That's great. And then it's like implement whatever you've got taken from that in your life. But there's ways to interact with me. If someone really wants to talk to me, there's ways to talk to me. But it just makes it, you have to want to. You just what I mean? It's like you have to go the extra mile to. I don't give a platform to lunatics. I don't give a platform to idiots. And I just find that's really what comments comes down to. I know on the outside it can be perceived that if you don't have comments, then maybe you're weak and you can't handle this, you can't handle that. I don't want to live in a negative world though. That's the thing. So it's like, yeah, everybody should have free speech, but at the moment, the world is incredibly negative. So like, I'll talk on topics and I'll shine a light on things, but I think there's people that are negative for the sake of being negative. They're just spiteful in nature, and it's like I don't want to be a part of that world. So by removing comments, I don't have to have that shit around me. I can argue with the best of them. I can debate with the best of them. And it's like, yeah, I can interact with these people if I choose to, but it's like I can't be bothered sometimes. It's like some people just don't want to be educated, and they don't even have a rational thought. They're just anarchists, and it's like, that's fine. Just you be anarchist away from me. That's what it is. Like, it's up to us to protect our space too. And it's like if you have friendships and colleagues and things. It's like you keep a circle of people around you that you have things in common with that you like. You wouldn't let someone, let's say you're having a conversation with people and you're enjoying the conversation, you're all aligned, you've got similar interests. And then you have a bit of a lunatic or an idiot just come in trying to be abrasive. They're just trying to distract everybody because they're bored. They've got nothing to do. Or they're just like bitter, spiteful, resentful of people that are happy. All these sort of things. You get anarchists. You get people that are just negative and there's no reason for it. They all literally come across and try to destabilize people. And that happens in daily life sometimes. But what would you think? Would it be nice just to block the community so you just chat to the people you want? And an idiot can't come in and do that. They can't ruin what you're saying. I think that's better, personally. I'm very selective of who I have in my life anyway. So I'm going to be very selective of who gets to interact with me. So yeah, it's a bit frustrating on the one hand that you can't have like positive or genuine comments, but at the same time, is it necessary though? Like I said, I watch videos myself, and for the most part, if I like it, I like it. If I don't, I don't. And for the most part, I go and watch something else after. I don't need to engage with the content creator. I took for what I want. So the same applies to my content is the way I see it. So I just thought really I'd have a little explain it in the best way I possibly can. The reason why I've disabled comments. And in all honesty, even if my popularity rose, and maybe there's a chance to have many positive interactions with people, I'm not even sure I need to though. That's not me trying to be. I'm not trying to be arrogant here. I like to create content and move on. I like to have a balance and a bit of privacy to my life too. I don't want to be stuck on the internet forever. So I like to create what I've got to create, share it with the world, and then let people interpret how they want, and they'll have a positive or negative experience with it. But then I like to get on with my day doing other things. I don't want to continuously like communicate and have a conversation about a topic over and over again. Because like once I've done the content, I sort of move on. But I don't know. Maybe in the future, maybe I will enable the comments. Maybe I won't enable them. I've never been a fan of comments. In all honesty, like I've been around a long time, like a lot of people. Really, I've seen the age of the internet. The birth of the internet. I was born early 80s, so I've seen a lot of technological advancements in the birth of the internet, and like I said, the social media and all these things. And I've never truly liked comments. I've never been a fan of it, and that's just my preference, though. Never enjoyed it. I used to watch YouTube videos at like the early stages of YouTube, and it used to be just filled with so much hate and negativity of people. Someone would be like making themselves vulnerable. They'll create content. Not everybody's at an advanced stage. We're all at different stages. Someone, maybe they've just turned a camera on for the first time and they feel a bit vulnerable, but they're finally stepping out. And that takes courage. And it only takes an idiot, a moron, someone that doesn't even have a face or a real name. You just say user or this, your user 257, these sort of shits. And it's like no accountability, and they will make someone feel insecure about themselves with such a horrible comment. And I always used to look and just think, what does that add to a community though? Like, what does that do for someone? It's so unnecessary. And then like TikTok YouTube will have the thumbs up and thumbs down, and I've always been against the thumbs down. I always think like, why allow people the ability to dislike something? Like you can dislike by moving on. Again, the amount of views compared to likes says enough. You don't need someone to sort of like hammer it in like a nail in the coffin to say I hate this. I don't like spreading negativity like that. I've always resented that. I've never liked the thumbs down button. Because I think if someone's created content, then leave them alone if you don't like it. Just move on. People need to learn that, I think, that art of detachment. They need to learn, if they don't like something, just move on. You don't have to spread negativity and hate. You don't have to be horrible to people. Just move the hell on. It's simple as that. And I've never seen like great benefits of the comment system. It could unify people, of course, the interaction and things. But I just think few and far between. I think YouTube maybe gives you more of a power to comment. I don't think there's a character limit, but most other applications and platforms do. So it's a suppression in itself anyway. You can't say enough if you tried. But like I'm saying, I think if someone's got something to say of substance and it's going to be meaningful, then they can also create content, can't they? And that's personally how I see it. People can react and create their own content. So yeah, I've just never been a fan of comments. It's like if there was no feature to comment, I'd be happy with my videos. I'm happy for the video just to play. It just play. It's like if you watch a movie and things, you don't naturally after go, where's the comment section? You just watched a film. You just moved on. You're going to go and watch something else, aren't you? Same with a TV show. Okay, you can go and leave reviews in specific places, but I'd say that's a very small percentage of people that would go out their way to leave a review or rate something. People do, but it's a low proportion. But yet, when you create social media content, it's expected that you give people the opportunity. And I just think, why not just, once you've seen it though, like there's a video, why not just move on? It's like for instance on YouTube, there's some content creators I really enjoy watching. I find it relaxing. It's nice. It's just chill. So if I like the content, for instance, I will not only like it, I'm very willing to watch yet another video by that creator. That's what I like doing, but I never feel the need to comment. And I mean, I just think that's just my own personal behavior and the way I am, so I guess, but then I think I have that same right to do it for my videos. People can think you're hiding, but I don't see it as hiding at all. I'm just more very particular about my time and where I place my energy. And like I said, if I like something, I'll like it. So that's my recognition of liking it. I don't really see the point of having a whole interaction over it sometimes. Yeah. I think it just comes from the fact that I'm a content creator. I think that's what it is. I just can't understand what other people can't be. It's not just here. For instance, if we just show that, like, this is just 4 of my books. I've got 6. There'll be more coming out later. But whatever's on my mind, I will write down and publish in a book as well. And then I'd also talk on camera and do it here. So from my perspective, I don't know why others don't feel comfortable doing that or why they can't push themselves to do that. And I think if you can't, then you're not ready. I don't think, obviously there's reasons why someone can't, but I just think if you can't, then maybe I don't want to say someone's voice isn't worth it, but then maybe your voice doesn't have as much strength to it yet. Maybe you've just got to hold back until you can comfortably speak and you feel confident doing it. I don't know. I just think there's an awful lot of people that impulsively create a reaction and it doesn't add substance. And that's what it is. Like I got in a comment debate recently over something. I think it was something in American politics or something. It was to do with immigration, because I'm against all that controlling people and things, on borders and all these. I've done videos on it, and someone was commenting. We had back and forth. In the end, they made a comment that made no sense, and I just thought I can't bother anymore. To be honest, you're only going to go around in circles anyway, and it was so pointless. It didn't make sense what they said. I just thought. In the end, it's like, you're never going to truly convince someone of something if they're not interested anyway. If their mind isn't open, they can't expand any knowledge, so they'll be limited in their mindset. So yeah, there's not been many that's the way I see it though. When I see, I mean, obviously you see positive comments, you see negative comments. I can't say I've ever, I wouldn't say ever, but I've rarely seen a comment that was like enlightening, like wow. You know, you can see things that are positive. Maybe someone says this is nice, this is healing, this has helped me so much with this, and it's nice that people maybe get to vent that. But I can't say I've read a comment and it's like that's a life changing comment. You know, I think if you've got a life changing thing to say, create content. That's all it is. If you can't, maybe by limiting the comments, people will start creating their own content. Maybe. So I found people like they hide out in the comment sections of places, don't they? That's what it is. So yeah, that's my thought process on it really. So there's a good chance that I'll never enable comments on platforms because I don't have an interest in it. It's not my vibe. Yeah, and I think to be honest, if my life become even busier than it is now, I just don't see why I would even want to anyway. Like, what would be the relevance? What would be the relevance? You know, it's just I'm not here for the popularity, fame, recognition, all that shit. So I'm not doing all that. So I'm not like an Instagrammer where I want everyone flocking to me and I'll leave a couple of comments within the video just to seem like I'm interested, and then like hope everybody falls all over themselves to me. That's not who I am. I think that's the thing. It's like be who you are. I've always said that. I like to create videos. I like to create content, move on. Create content, move on. I don't want to be held down. And I feel like if you've got a let's say I make 5 more videos after let's say I make 5 more videos after this one, and then in 2 weeks' time, all of a sudden this one starts getting some recognition, and then all of a sudden it's like comment, comment, comment. It's like I'm now reacting to a video that to me was a lot like before. I've done a lot since then, you know. I don't know. I just think people can create content. So I've had that accusation by someone before saying that like you're suppressing people's voices. How am I suppressing anyone's voice though? Like that's a personal opinion then because that doesn't make sense to me. I'm not stopping someone from creating content. If I can create content and talk on camera, then someone else can too. Um, yeah, I find that those accusations come from people who don't do. This was someone who creates content, but their content was like they would present themselves as perfect. So the things I talk about, for instance, are a bit more, I think, direct, very opinionated, it's very confrontational, abrasive, whatever you want to call it. They wouldn't dare do that on their profile. They wouldn't dare do that where their audience can see. So maybe they'll leave a little comment here and there, not trying to be negative, they're just giving their little opinion. And they like to just be able to do that in the safety of it not being on their profile. So when I took it away, because it wasn't to do with them, it was just in general, I took the comments away, and it was someone I respected. And then they just made that comment. They just said that to me, like it's very you stopping people from from having an opinion and things. And I was like, no, like if you've got something to say, you can make your own content on your profile. Like you can't just hide behind mine. And I think that's what it is. People don't want to be in the spotlight or be recognised as relating to this sometimes because maybe they think, oh, it's going to get me in trouble. It's like if you want to hide, then hide. But don't hide in my comment section. Yeah, there's no hiding in my comment section. So if you've got opinion, create content. That's my answer.